Heading into my review, I want to talk about one of my favorite book talk accounts who also read this book recently. Although we didn't buddy read, I'm a horrible buddy reader. She is on a Stephen King kick right now, so if you want to check out her amazing review on this read, or the one that she just did on Pet Cemetery, then you need to be following her account. I have read quite a few Stephen King books, and this is probably my fourth Bachman novel. Going into the lore behind this book, this is actually the first one that he ever wrote, but it's not the first one that he ever published, either as Stephen King or under his pen name Richard Bachman. From the research that I did online, which is basically the Wikipedia page and the subreddits dedicated to Stephen King and the movie, a lot of people are under the impression that this is written to be an allegory for the Vietnam War. Although this takes place in an alternate United States, the time period is right around then. And from how the story plays out, I can see why a lot of people make those type of comparisons. I do think it's important to keep that idea in mind when reading the story. This is one of the more bleak Stephen King novels, and I wouldn't say that he always writes a happy ending, but they're usually not as dark as this one. The Long Walk gets all the different types of triggers, and because of its brutality, it was a bit of a hard read. And yet, I still managed to finish this in a day or two. The premise is that this is a world in which the United States is economically disadvantaged and in these hard times has fallen into a dictatorship that allows these type of things to happen. Each year there is a contest in which 100 young men are chosen to walk from the Canadian border to as far as they can go. They must maintain a speed of 4 miles per hour. If they do not, they get 3 warnings, with the fourth one accumulating in their death. So yes, this is supposed to be a futile and brutal novel. And I think because it is so bleak and given my age, it was a bit of a hard read. Yet I still wanted to watch the movie once I had finished it. Although it was a torturous watch, I will say that I may have liked the adaptation a little bit more. I think the changes really made sense. The main one being that they changed the number of contestants from 100 to 50. There are some other changes as well, but of course I don't want to spoil it for you. Basically, I can see the appeal in both, and I understand why they made changes for the movie. That being said, of the Bachman novels, I tend to gravitate more towards desperation and feel like The Running Man is a good balance of some of the themes that were being introduced in The Long Walk. Now, if I was to look at Stephen King's entire catalog, including the Bachman books, from what I've read, this may take the number one spot when it comes to depressing endings. Knocking The Mist down a peg, we now have The Long Walk. If you're a Stephen King fan, which book would you rank as the most depressing?